still here. I'm trying to challenge myself. Here I am. It's been, what, 3 or 4 days in a row? Trying to get my act together. So I'm going to continue what I was working on yesterday. I'm going to shade the spine zipper. I'll pull it up right now. So yesterday, here's the reference I was working with. Got the spine zipper, but I didn't shade it. Here's where we're at. So if you want to chill with me while I figure it out and shade it, that would be super cool. I'm running late because I feel like crap today, but that's okay. I'm going to draw. I'm going to feel better. Let's see if I can find my adapter. I know I have a charger. Where is it? Here it is. All right. Skittle is here. Hi, Skittle. Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy to see a familiar face. Oh. All right, we're gonna get going. I'm excited. In addition, so if I finish shading the spine zipper, oh, my hair is a mess. I'm embracing mad scientist hair. It's all good. And then if I finish the spine zipper, or maybe I'll give up, maybe I'll just get tired. I want to get to this hand with the mouth on it, because that looks like a cool one that I would like to experiment with. Okay. How is everyone's day going today? Skittle says you're so good at drawing. Thank you so much. Like I love to draw. I practice a lot. I practice guitar a lot, but for some reason I feel like the growth doesn't happen as quickly on guitar. I don't know, it's complicated. Oh my gosh, John is here and says I missed you so much. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you so much. That's nice to hear. I'm trying to get more consistent. It's so good to have you guys. I'm excited to keep drawing. Love from India. Oh my God, I can't believe someone from India is watching. Like, that's so cool. That's gnarly. I guess the other time zone helps. Oh my gosh, there's 50 people here. I clearly need to live stream every day because that's when you like get more, what do you call it? Like momentum. So yeah. Okay, I am gonna start shading this guy because I feel like we should get to it. And I'll still be able to see chat. The phone is still kind of hanging in front of my face. Okay. Thank you for joining, you guys. I'm honored to have so many people. This is so much fun. I love you guys. Okay, so I started shading the zipper. Let's see. I want to get a good angle. We're a little bit wonky. Oh my gosh. Okay. I hope you're drawing along with me. I need to get a better phone stand. Despite my best efforts, this one is not working the greatest. Okay. So now I'm going to start shading. It looks like there's a lot of darkness like in the middle of the like vertebrae. So we're going to start there. There's like kind of cross hatching too. So I won't Vikash says, "Are you making dal?" I wish I was. I love Indian food. Indian food is like some of my favorite food. Palak paneer is like one of my favorite things. Um, God, I love spinach so much. Okay. And then there's some cross hatching, kind of giving structure to these bones. There's this one here. Addison says, "Can I get a shout out for subscribing?" Totally. Addison, I just heard you can so like I started a Patreon, but so I just heard Amanda Palmer said that like she's completely getting off social media and converting entirely to Patreon, but what she's doing is she's allowing people who aren't paying to access a bunch of her content too. So I think I'm gonna do that. Like I'm gonna just make like there's gonna be a group chat, I think, where I just let people come hang for free and we can discuss creativity. Like there's a lot of books that I've read that I want to discuss. So like if you want to follow my Patreon, I'm Mad Scientician on Patreon. I'm gonna add content that's free, so you don't have to pay to join, but if you want to support, you can. Like I would love that, of course. But I think I'm gonna like allow a whole bunch of creativity content for free. Because like why not? Also, I'm just like really grateful you guys keep coming, hanging out. And then once I actually get paying members, I want to do a song a month. So like come find me on Patreon. Darian says I subscribed. Can I get a shout out too? Absolutely, Darian. Okay. I'm gonna pull up Patreon real quick. And I would love to hear from you guys, like what creativity stuff you've been working on and what's been helping you. So it can like be shared within the community. Okay, so I just created a group chat on Patreon that's open access to like all people. So even if you're not a paying member, you can still come hang out after the streams are over. And until I get my act together and can like start making videos again, like I want to start making videos that discuss like a whole bunch of like creativity content, like books I've read and what I've learned from them, or like techniques I've tried and stuff. So come check me out on Patreon. I'm Mad Scientician. You do not have to pay to be a member. Of course, I would love your support, but we're gonna start just by hanging out and building a community there. Okay, that bone looks pretty good. I'm excited. Oh my gosh, thank you for all the new subscriptions today. I am so excited. I'm really glad I got on today. I'm gonna try, like, I don't have a great place to like stream normally. So I've been streaming whenever I'm house sitting, but what I'm thinking of doing, there's this really great cafe near where I'm staying. And maybe I'll just like go there every morning and I'll just look weird. Like I'll be there like drawing and live streaming by myself. But and just like talking like a weirdo, or maybe I'll go into the back room. There's like this really cozy room. And I'm sure they won't mind. Like the staff there is super nice. So maybe I'll just do that. Oh man. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of like shading three-dimensional objects. So I saw this thing on Instagram and it was like a three-dimensional light shading tool. And I looked it up and it's so cool. Like you can move the light source around a three-dimensional object. So they give you like basic references like a head or like a cube or like a sphere or whatever. but it's so cool. I need to spend more time with it because I'm kind of struggling with like shading hands and stuff. Oh my gosh, Addison says I love your ASMR. My class listen uses it every day. That's so sweet. I can't believe you guys use it. I appreciate you guys so much. Like I'm glad they like it. I'm gonna clean the screen. I feel like that would help a little bit. I feel like that's a little better. You see in a little more detail. Dude, anybody who hates you because you eat pickles, that's not a friend, man. I love pickles. I feel like pickles are getting popular lately too. Like I always see like pickle foods, and at this dive bar near where I used to live in San Diego, they had pickle beer. Um, which was crazy. I'm into it though. Like I love pickles. I'm gonna try to blend that because I don't like how strong that line is. One of my favorite things to do is when you have leftover pickle juice, I'll save the pickle juice in the jar and I'll use it to make salad dressing. You watched a live stream of the sunrise this morning? That's beautiful. I was watching a sunset the other day and okay, so that one of the sunsets that I saw here in New Mexico is like lavender. The sky turned like purple. So that was like really cool. Okay, I got some cross hatching here. I feel like this is helping make the shape a little more like three-dimensional. I'm into that. Yeah, the sunsets here are kind of insane. Like really, really colorful and beautiful. And like the mountains are the backdrop for the sunset, and the mountains are pretty incredible. Okay, I'm starting to get this. Yeah, all right. Okay, this is cool. And tomorrow I will not be able to join for live stream because I'm going to be at Meow Wolf, which I have wanted to go to for years. So maybe I don't know if I would get in trouble for live streaming anything from Meow Wolf, but I'll take pictures. I wouldn't want to disrespect their privacy or admission or anything, but I'm really excited to be checking it out. So I'm gonna go to Santa Fe tomorrow. Darian says, "Can I request a song?" You can request whatever you like, but I can't play it on stream. Like, it's just gonna get copyright dinged. You're welcome to request anything you like, but it's probably better if you play it on your own stereo. It's interesting. So this artist, oh my God. This artist didn't use any cross hatching down here. Why is it so blurry down there? I really don't like that. Is it just the camera location? Maybe if I go up a little bit. Oh, this really doesn't want to hold the camera weight. Okay. I really want to give a good camera angle. Okay. Okay. I'm going to continue. Yes, I am near the mountains, but it's probably like a half an hour drive away to the mountains. So like sort of close, but not like super close. There's like a little more shading on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving up. There's a little shading right here on the disc. A little bit of shading on the disc here. We're on the third one now. It shouldn't be so straight. I don't like that. Why? It's very inconsistent looking. Okay, I'm gonna try again. These lines have to be more wispy. Do you ever watch Merv the Cat? That's one of my parasocial, like unhealthy online relationships with an animal. Merv the Cat is like the funniest thing that I've seen in like 10 years. Anyway, when his owner brushes her, it calls all the fur wispies. And there's one video where Merv's pet parent like takes all of the wispies and makes a tiny little Merv voodoo doll, which was hilarious. Just like so weird. But like this cat, I don't know what the pet parent does if he like edits it, but it sounds like the cat speaks like English. Probably edits some sounds in. Like but this cat is like spastic. This cat is like so energized and just like skitters around the floor and um like crab walks like very frequently around the room. This cat's got quite a personality. Okay, there's a couple wispy lines right here. Like darkening that line will make it better. You need to like distinguish, I think. It's a little too like faint. That's a little better. Let's see. I feel like I have a rant brewing or something. Um Something's been like on my mind the past few days and like do you ever feel like oh man, how do I say it? Do you ever feel like the ways that you have fun with people like don't fit well with the other ways that people want to have fun with you? And like maybe you're in the wrong fit of a community or something, but like you feel like nothing you say ever comes off right, or people like, I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the ways that you attempt to like have fun don't land right, or like people never catch your jokes, or like the stuff you're joking about isn't really stuff other people pay attention to, or the ways that you play, like maybe your um like style of being silly doesn't land right with other people, and then I don't know, you just feel like maybe these aren't my people or something. And then it's like, well, where are my people? Because I'm like 36 years old, so like where have they been? Like I don't know. It's just something that I think about a lot. But then it's not always hard. Like I shouldn't say that. Like I was at an open mic the other day and I like felt like it was easy to like talk to all those people. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's just like maybe it's just where I used to be and like where I'm going is gonna be better or something. Kevin Max says that's a theme from the song by Oingo Boingo. Yeah, I know. Good song though. Or like my favorite thing lately. Okay, so there's the Wicked movie that came out, and I haven't seen it yet, but I read the book like 18 years ago. No, longer than that. How old am I? Yeah, like 18 years ago I read the book. And like a lot of complaints some of my super cool friends have about the Wicked movie. I'm like, "Yeah, but did you read the book?" Um, most people have not. Where do I even begin on that? Like somebody sent me a video and she's hilarious. So I'm not complaining because I do actually enjoy when my friends like make fun of stuff that I like. But so like she sent me this video and she's like, "Oh, Elphaba and Glinda are actually just gay." And I was like, "Did you read the book? Like there's tons of Sapphic hints in the book that they are actually gay for each other." But but no, you didn't read the book, so you think you're being super edgy. Oh, thank you, May. I appreciate it. Or like I guess like a lot of the people that I used to hang out with were guys, like really nerdy guys that were super into Lord of the Rings and like call me crazy, but like when I was a teenager, I got dragged to go see Lord of the Rings by my boyfriend at the time, and it was honestly a snooze fest for me. It seemed like I know that Lord of the Rings was probably the first to do this kind of massive epic of that style. But for me, it just felt like, okay, don't come at me, but Lord of the Rings to me feels like, okay, it's just another group of guys going to take the MacGuffin back to the place. Like that's all that it really feels like. It's a long trip to take the MacGuffin and throw it in the volcano. And like maybe there's just something that I don't get about it. Like also as a woman, the whole message in Lord of the Rings of like don't seek power, to me that's bullshit because like if that isn't a message to keep the lower classes down and not striving to make anything better for themselves, then I don't know what is. And it creates this crab in a bucket mentality. Like the amount that I have seen poor people like try to take each other down a peg is like so disheartening. And like, I don't know, that's just my take on the matter. It just feels like that's why we're in the state we're in because good people don't want to seek power because they've been brainwashed into thinking that all power is bad instead of understanding like what good leadership actually is. Wow, I'm actually ranting. Today I really am ranting. I don't know. That's just my feeling. Can someone Skittle, if you're still here, like would someone like actually never mind, I'm just gonna ignore him. If someone wants to like mute anonymous user, that would be cool. Darian's back. Or also like, okay, another film I really loved was Midsummer, which like a lot of men I feel made the total wrong conclusion about that movie. This is just me. Like I'm just gonna say it because like, okay, so someone showed me the movie Midsummer and I hated his conclusions that he came to because to me it was a happy ending. It was like there was this woman who basically she got taken into a cult by a bunch of people that hated her and didn't really even want her there. And they all were like treating her badly. Like her family, like her sister committed like a double murder suicide and she was an emotional wreck. And the people that brought her treated her like absolute crap, like dog shit. And she didn't even know any better. She was just used to being treated like crap. So like she gets brought to this cult and slowly all the people that brought her end up getting picked off and sacrificed to the cult's gods. And to me, it's like this is just perfect because like she's now protected. Not only that, but she gets elevated to like she becomes the festival like queen, basically. And ends up finding community. And I think the reason that men hate this movie is like, oh, well, these people are justifying doing horrible things in the name of their culture, and it leads to the dissolution of the individual and the horrors of becoming one of the community like are just terrible. But like I think the difference between like okay, yes, Kevin Mack. It was based on Wicker Man, but I feel like it goes a step further. Like, I feel like it elevates it a little bit further. It's visually stunning, it's extremely unsettling, and it's also a comment on community versus the cult of individualism. So, like, I think there's like a big difference in how certain people operate. And like some of us, like if we've had a shitty community, then of course we're going to see the community as a whole as like as scary or dangerous. And sometimes it is. Like sometimes the community takes you away from like who you truly are, but sometimes the community elevates you to like higher than what you were. And sometimes you become your truer self in community. It just depends. But I think there's a lot of people who saw this movie and are like, they have no empathy for the main character and they just see community as bad, like community bad. But like the people who ended up, like the community in general would sacrifice themselves for the community and were proud to do it. The only people who got non consensually sacrificed were the assholes. But I don't know. There's multiple ways to look at it. Like I can see where people are coming from. Like if they like didn't get to be themselves, and I get it. You're still barbarians, just now we have tech and fancy clothes. It's a sad situation. Maybe you are, but like I don't know. I've been in good groups, I've been in bad groups. I've been in groups before that are not barbarians that are like they're kind and like not passive aggressive, not barbaric. Like some of them were, but most of them weren't. Like it really just depends on who you're surrounded by, I think. Like if you're surrounded by people that are acting like barbarians, then like that's going to like contribute to a culture of barbarism. It's really about what does the community support? If there's low trust in the community, if there's not a lot of like congruence between what people say and what they do, or there's a lot of trickery or like then yeah, of course there's going to be barbarism. But if there's trust in a community, there's not necessarily going to be barbarism. Well, I think there's a cost. Like you could say there are quote unquote good individuals that save you from destruction, but like maybe. But sometimes sometimes being saved from destruction is being enabled. I don't know. Or sometimes they think they're saving you, but they're not. I don't know. Kevin Max has interesting thoughts while drawing a central nervous system. They came altered by a device. How do you know it was altered? How do you know that it's not just a zipper in the shape of a spine? There's no nervous system here. The central nervous system is the soft tissue, which is not present in this drawing. There's no spinal cord. There's just a spine. We're slowly making progress. Oh, this needs to be shaded more, and for some reason I'm avoiding it. Yeah, so the central nervous system, I'll show you. The nervous system is comprised of like the soft tissue. So let me pull it up. I'm gonna pull up a. Come on, computer, give me some pictures. Okay. Welcome to anatomy class. So central nervous system is comprised of the brain and the spinal cord. So all of the soft tissue and then like all of the nerves that run all over the body. Here, I'll pull this up. Come on, get bigger. Oh, that wasn't the picture I chose. How rude. So this is the bare bones central nervous system, the spinal cord and the brain. But then it also includes the nerves, so the stuff that goes into your muscles. So let's zoom in a little bit. These are in your muscles and they go all the way into your skin. They're all the little pieces of the nervous system that tell you when you're being touched or when something hurts or when it's hot or cold, like anything, like connects you to the outside world, like and helps you like know what you're feeling. Also, I always think it's hilarious. Like whenever there's a nervous system picture, there's just like they leave the eyes in there. He's just like bug-eyed. Like how silly. Anyway, yeah. So the bones are not included in that. The bones are just the cool like aesthetic part. But the spine always does kind of imply nervous system. So you're right. Like the implication is like, you know, I love spines. They're interesting. They're sensitive. I don't know. Okay, come on. Come on, phone. Sit up properly. Give us an actual good view instead of a crooked one. Okay, here we go. Continuing my shading. Okay, it gets like significantly easier from here. Yes, Kevin. So a portion of the spinal cord runs here. Okay, I'm gonna go back. So this long theek, like the one that runs down the brain, this is what's encased in the spine. And I think that's why the spine is so sensitive because in the middle of each vertebra, there's tons of nerves that run out. So yeah, this is a better picture. This guy. I'll point with a pencil. This guy is housed inside the spine. It's protected by the spine because it's like really critical for our survival. So if that gets severed, that's why people end up paralyzed. So that's why it's encased in the spine. It's like so important to protect biologically. Oh my God. I wish I had a better stand for my phone, but it's okay. I just got an email from Janelle Lorenzi asking about Stardust Animation Studio. Dude, I am so sorry. Like, I do not have any money for donations. I am so broke. I wish I could help. But I wish you the best. I hope you get what you're looking for. Whoa, you crashed your snowboard. Yeah, one time when I was skiing, I guess I fell properly, so I didn't get injured, but I ended up like falling into like you know how when you're skiing, I was like 16 when this happened, but you know when there's like the trees at the edge of the trail, and so I must have like just like cut a mogul wrong or something, and like I ended up spinning and falling over, and then I fell into one of those little sinkholes around a tree. Um, this was back when I had hobbies and like did fun stuff. My lifestyle can't really maintain that anymore, but that's okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got 5 new subscribers today. That's good news. So like there's been a like long trend of just like ever since I rebranded from ASMR to live drawing, it's been like holding steady, but the last couple months I've lost a handful of subscribers. So I feel like I'm starting to like hit a stride again the last week. So that makes me happy. Into the tree line, then into a tree well. Fun times. Yeah. I mean, it was fun. I'm not gonna complain. I was laughing more than hurting. It didn't really hurt. But I managed to like spin around to where like my blow was softened. And I think there was a ton of really soft like powder snow. And when you fall, that ends up like cushioning you really well. What ski park? Oh, I don't know. It was like 20 years ago. Okay, this actually looks really cool. Dude, I was like so bummed a half an hour ago. Every day I surprise myself. It's my sharpener. Thank you, Kevin. I feel pretty good about it. Every day I'm surprising myself. Actually does. Here's where we started. I'm pretty proud of this. Okay. Okay, you guys. I think I'm gonna call it quits for today. Do I? I don't know. Let me see. Maybe I'll start. Do I start with that one? Maybe. Could save it for tomorrow. Maybe I'll shade this a little more. Okay, guys. Do I? I don't know. Maybe a little darker here. This one could use a little darkening. I'm going to darken all my lines. It does look a little better. I'm going to darken this. Indeed, Kevin Mack. Growing pains are brutal. It does feel like pretty hopeless at times, and I stress over it a great deal. I don't really know what to do. Like, every day, like, I know that the only way to be happy is to be yourself, but every day I see political movements that make it harder for people to be themselves. And it becomes an exercise in creativity. So, like, how can you be yourself in a hostile world and still manage to, like, keep yourself safe? And I don't have the answer to that, but I wish happiness and safety on everyone I know. And because everyone deserves to be themselves and not be threatened or persecuted. But it's a very real danger for a lot of us. Like, sometimes people just don't like you for the stupidest reasons, but you still deserve to live and be happy. So, with that, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have some lunch. I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll see you in 2 days. And yeah, I wish I could figure it out too, Kevin. I definitely just fly by the seat of my pants, and it's worked so far. I've definitely survived, but I would like to do better than survive. We shall see. So I wish everyone the best. Keep drawing. If you want to keep hanging out, check out the free chat on Patreon. You don't have to pay if you want to hang out. Um, there's a book I really want to review, but I need to get another copy of it. There's a book called Touched with Fire that I really want to discuss. I was thinking of having like a book club on Patreon. So there's a book called Touched with Fire that I kind of want to get into. That is a really cool book. And it's about the artistic temperament and mental illness. So it's about specifically bipolar disorder, but it talks a lot about depression and like other like mood disorders and like really big like big mental illness diagnoses that are ostracized or like stigmatized, but actually how they're highly adaptive if you're an artist. And I wanted to like talk about that like I want to review the book on YouTube and like talk about it on stream, or like we could discuss it over on a Patreon chat, because there's a lot of stuff in society that we think of as like a weakness that is actually a strength if you look at it in the right frame of reference. And that's something I kind of want to discuss. Because capitalist society has us looking at a lot of things as if they're weaknesses when they're like actually strengths. So, yeah. I'm going to think about that. I'm going to probably try to get a new copy of that book so I can talk about it. Follow your strengths, whatever they are. So, yeah, I'll see you in a couple days. Stay tuned. I will update you about live streams. I'm going to try to push myself to be on more because it seems to pay off. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Stay safe. Have a lovely rest of your Sunday. And I'll see you soon.